Nessie may be one of those lores that you may have heard of but don't know much about, even though so many video games include this creature as a character. Under a rock much? Well, she might be, or she could be wading through oceans near you. So, what is the Loch Ness Monster really, and why is she so damn hard to find? Before we go on, let's get one thing straight. The Loch Ness Monster is sort of like an underwater, majestic Bigfoot. She's a cryptid. Basically, the Loch Ness Monster, aka her street name Nessie, is a folkloric creature that's believed to exist, but has never been proven so. Although, recently, Loch Ness Monster sightings have suspiciously increased. It's said to have all started when the Romans ventured their way to a mysterious freshwater body located in the Scottish Highlands, the Loch Ness. Incredibly so, they found that it was occupied by a tribe which they called Picts, who carved an array of recognizable animals and stones. But upon closer inspection, the Romans found that there was one strange creature they couldn't put a finger on. It had a sprout-like head and flippers in place of feet. It looked like some kind of weird water brachiosaurus. It's kinda hard to believe a dinosaur-like creature would exist today. But if you think about it, many animals today are descendants of prehistoric beasts. So with time, the legend of the Loch Ness Monster grew. Some say Nessie has magical powers. She's portrayed as a harmless creature most of the time. But some retellings of the Loch Ness Monster's story go as far as saying that she drowns kids in the water by offering rides on her back. Ugh, I'm getting the creeps just thinking about it. But good news for the Nessie believers. The modern legend of the Loch Ness Monster dates back to 1933, when a local Scottish couple was driving back home and claimed to see the beast in the region. And get this, she wasn't even in the water, she was on land. This caught so much media attention at the time that newspapers and radio programs started covering the eyewitness account. The British Circus even offered £20,000 to the first person to capture mystical Nessie herself. Although, we're not so sure where we stand on the whole thing ourselves. If you're wondering what makes Nessie so magical, don't you worry, we'll cover that in another video. But if you're doubting the lore, we get that as well, we're on the fence. Maybe it helps to know that there were claims of 10 Loch Ness Monster sightings in 2021 and 2022, and public interest has been picking up once again. As idealistic souls, we put faith in the unbelievable. Like, is Nessie really a magical creature? Or could she just be another fish we just haven't discovered yet? There are so many undiscovered species on our planet. Who's to say the Loch Ness Monster isn't one of the many we haven't studied? Could she not be a descendant of a plesiosaurus? Well, maybe. But then again, if we have so many of these sightings, why have we still not been able to get a hold of this strange aquatic creature? Our modern-day technology is quite high-tech, no? So what's the holdup? Conspiracy or possible truth? What do you think?